Hey everybody, I got a collection video I've been wanting to make since last year. Last year I'd done this this type of video before, but I'm going to do it again eventually. Just so you know. This here is my Thomas Trackmaster collection as of today. This here. As in last year, several the next 2 months after I made the collection video from last year, I got new items along the way. And I would have been yet to showcase. So anyway, let's get this collection video started. Here's Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Duck, Oliver, Emily, Diesel, Ben, Boko, Stepney, Flying Scotsman, Salty, Harvey, Iron Airy, Iron Bert, Arthur, Spencer, Dennis, Rosie, Flynn, Paxton, Connor, Caitlin, Philip, Duchess, Kenji. Moving on here, several of my OCs, which one of them I made myself, the others based on other franchises. So here's Penny, and she's based off the movie Bolt. Big Jim, I made this character myself. Mario, and he's based off the Super Mario franchise. Meggy, as she is based off the SMG4 series. Tari, she's based off the SMG4 series as well. Psycho, she's based off the SMG4 series as well. Winter, she's also based off the SMG4 series, as she made a major antagonist role in the SMG4 movie Meggy's Destiny. She did make a returning antagonist appearance in Sodor National Championship. Next up are my only 3 Magic Railroad items. So here's Lady, who's apparently faceless. Diesel 10, who's missing the claw. He's just a regular Diesel now. And Splatter, which has some this is his original chassis that I'm taking for Iron Airy. Here are my only 4 narrow gauge engines. Skarloey, Rheneas, Sir Handel, and Peter Sam. So far, Rheneas is the only narrow gauge engine I have to have a face. Skarloey, Sir Handel, and Peter Sam don't. As the Skarloey, Sir Handel, and Peter Sam I had were missing the shells, some odd reason. But Skarloey, Sir Handel, and Peter Sam were meant to resemble their real-life bases called Tally Hlyn, Sir Hayden, and Edward Thomas. Here are my road vehicles: Terrence, Butch, Jack, Alfie, Oliver, Max, Monty, Kelly, Byron, Isabella, Patrick, Nelson, Jay, and Doug. These are the original characters I made myself based on that Tonka toy from my childhood. Georgia, who's based on Jack at least, with the back end loader, which Jack never got in the final cut of each episode. Georgia was a Matchbox item, Dono the Railway Loopster, as you see him from my Dono movie, as he is a Hot Wheels roadway vehicle that isn't part of Cars, by not any means. Finally, through scattered packaging, here's the fire engine, the Lego fire engine. Next up are my aircraft vehicles. We got Harold and Jeremy. And here's one of the human characters, and that's Sir Topham Hatt, a Bachman figure to say the least. And the rest of the Sodor townspeople are in fact Lego minifigures, but the off-brand ones are like taller than the Lego minifigures, something like this. Moving on, here are my coaches: Annie, Clarabelle, Henrietta, Lily, Old Slow Coach, the Red Express Coach that came with the freight loading set, the custom green coach, which takes a resemblance to the old coach from the first season of the show, a red coach that came with the Express Coach's Trucks and Track Pack, a blue coach which the manufacturers really tricked us for, two blue coaches that came with the Wing Thomas. These are originally Annie and Clarabelle, but I don't really care about these as they're not really as likable and basic as these two. Duchess's coach, two of Kenji's coaches, a double-decker coach which doesn't even look like a coach. That's not really a coach. Has a feature. Yeah, right, whatever. And the Holiday Express coach. This one from when I had this from when I was about like 5 years old. Maybe back in like late 2010 or early 2011. Next up are my spare Annie and Clarabelle. So here's Playrail Annie and Playrail Clarabelle. This is the Steam Along Annie. And I don't have the Steam Along Clarabelle, as I got this Steam Along Thomas, and I tore the Thomas and Annie apart. So that was Annie. Here are my trucks and other rolling stock. So we got SC Ruffy, Fred Pelhay, Troublesome the Tipping Truck, which is from the Farmer McColl's hay load set or something. Maybe a destination. And that's not the reason why I obtained Duck in the first place. No, I got this from Boko, from an eBay listing. Here's the Troublesome truck that came with the windmill. A Season 1 Troublesome truck that came with Porter. A red Troublesome truck that came with the freight loading set. A red Troublesome truck that came with the Sodor lumber delivery truck pack, which doesn't come with track. The red truck that came with Edward. The red truck that came with Trophy Thomas. The red truck that came... The red mining truck that came with Diesel. The blue truck that came with the Sodor lumber delivery truck pack. Same with the red truck right there. A blue Blue Mountain Quarry truck that came with Philip. A blue O2 truck that came with Harvey. A blue Action truck that came with the freight loading set. The green truck that I got from an eBay listing alongside Stepney. A teal truck that came with the freight loading set as well. the yellow mining truck that came with Scared James, the milk truck that came in the Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory Trucks and Track Pack, the milk truck that came with the freight loading set as well, and the feature where the milk churns rattle is based on the episode. It's based on the episode Thomas's Milkshake Muddle. This is the chocolate syrup truck. This piece comes from the Sodor Ice Cream Factory Trucks and Track Pack. And this was the one I customized from an old Toby I had a long time ago. A fish truck that came with the Brendan Fish Delivery Trucks and Track Pack. The Flying Kipper truck that came with Henry. The scrap truck that came with Proteus. The Linton and Barnstaple Railway truck that came with not Henry, but Duncan in the Runaway Elephant. The red Linton and Barnstaple Railway truck that came with Philip. And a Linton and Barnstaple Railway long truck, or bolster wagon, that came with the Percy's Mail Trucks, Trucks and Track Pack. Moving on to the vans, we got the red van that came with Bert. The red van that came with Thomas, that I customized as Penny. The red van that came with Charlie, but he's unfortunately missing. The blue van that came with Stafford. The Brendan Bay van that came with Salty. The explosive van that came with Diesel. The yellow salt van that came with Timothy. The mail van from the Trucks and Track Packs with a special feature. The Speed Post mail van from the same Trucks and Track Packs as that van. These doors slide open. They should really go back to these molds these days. Here's the orange mail van that came with Percy. My old Percy, to be exact. The money van that came with Toby. The Splat Squad van that came with Caitlin. This is customized with Maggie's original shirt emblem. Or her shirt emblem, at least. The livestock wagon that came with the freight loading set. The ice cream van that came with the Sodor Ice Cream Factory Trucks and Track Packs. The rescue van that came with Flynn. Next are the flatbeds, conflats, and well wagons. The red flatbed that came with Porter. The red tree flatbed that came with Thomas and Terrence. The brown flatbed that came with the Thomas and Terrence set. That Terrence can be on this flatbed. The blue conflat that came with the Shooting Star Gordon. The green conflat that came with the Brendan Fish Market set, which is used for Terrence's trailer. The brown conflat that came with the Trophy Thomas. The orange conflat that came with the Hard at Work at Brendan Docks set. The red well wagon that came with Samson. The rescue well wagon that came with Flynn. And the wood chipper that came with Harvey. Next up are the tankers. We got the Sodor fuel tanker that came with Percy. The milk tanker that I got from an eBay listing with Dennis, you usually get this with diesel. This is the JRF 7000 type tanker that doesn't come with decals. No, they did not. I did not just rip them off. They came that way. And here's the one hopper I have, which is the Sodor Coal Depot hopper. Here are my extras. So we got a TOMY 2002 Thomas, a Trackmaster Hit Toy Company Thomas, an RC Thomas, a Splat Squad Thomas that I customized here from the freight loading set, the Stunt Double Thomas, the Trackmaster 2012 Thomas, which is used as a stunt double, my first Trackmaster 2 Thomas, first ever to say the least, the Trackmaster 2 Thomas with black wheels to resemble Thomas's Drayton Manor condition, which has been poor, a Coal Dust Thomas, which has been originally used as a stunt double but retired from normal use, the Winged Thomas, its features, I bought this at like Target. I don't know why. Here's the Trackmaster Motorized Thomas, which is a lot more recent than the previous models and other stock standards we've obtained over the years. But I gotta tell you, this one's a little bit special for the eyes, to say the least, and the middle wheel middle wheel detailing, not compared to this guy. And so that was that. This here, onto the others, we got the Shooting Star Gordon, a Trackmaster 2009 James, a Trackmaster 2 Talking James, broken enough, and this is Old Timer. This here is the TOMY 2003 Percy. And this is my original Percy, which has been used as a stunt double. It was originally working like the others, but Thomas, the other stunt double, doesn't. Unfortunately, it broke. I don't know why. Maybe because of the batteries, or maybe something has happened. Yeah, that's that Percy. And that was it. That was the that was my Thomas Trackmaster collection as of June of this year, as I made last year's video. So I'm probably gonna hope on getting more models for the next time or something like this. Maybe I'll try to obtain a new Emily or something, because this one I used broke. So that was that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Colin Frankenbach, the Tugs fan, as saying, I will see you in the next video.